Swiss chard has large green leaves, sometimes ribbed with red, sometimes with orange, yellow, rainbow chard it's called. Very, very delicious summer vegetable. And combined with slow roasted caramelized tomatoes, feta cheese, and onion, Swiss chard makes a delicious filling for a frittata, which is one of my favorite brunch dishes, and I make frittatas over and over again. Let me show you how. Cherry tomatoes. Make sure none of them are too soft. 1 teaspoon of fresh thyme leaves. 2 cloves of garlic smashed, just put those right in the dish. Salt and pepper. A little bit of brown sugar for caramelization, just a half a teaspoon. And 2 tablespoons of olive oil and balsamic vinegar. Now these go right into a preheated 325-degree oven for about 40 minutes. And now you can heat your pan. This is a 12-inch non-stick frying pan, and you need a lot of oil for a frittata. Soften the onions in about 2 tablespoons of oil, and I'll probably add a few more. So heat the oil, slice your 2 big white onions, approximately 1/4 inch thick. These can go right into your skillet. I like big chunks of onion in my frittata. You don't want to brown them. You want to soften them. Don't forget to sprinkle always with a little bit of salt and freshly ground black pepper. Looks like a lot of onions, they cook down. Now the Swiss chard, the stem should be cut into about 1/2-inch pieces. And keep those a little bit separate. They're going to go in first, and then the leaves themselves are just cut into about 1/2-inch pieces too. You can make spinach frittatas. You could do kale, but the Swiss chard has a very nice flavor all its own. And while these are cooking now, break your eggs. Now, are you ready? 18 eggs for this size pan. Oh, and I even have some guinea fowl eggs. Look at those. Very different from a chicken egg. See how pointed the guinea fowl egg is? Perfectly interchangeable with regular chicken eggs. So just whisk this up. But you don't want it too frothy. You want a fluffy, but not necessarily frothy omelet. For the fluffiest frittata, whisk together the egg mixture just before making the filling. You don't want your eggs sitting around. That looks good. So for this particular frittata, we don't want to really caramelize the onions. You could, but I like the little bit of crunch of the onion. And these are such sweet onions, they taste really good, just cooked like this. Now add your Swiss chard. First the stems, and let those cook for a minute or so. Now add your Swiss chard leaves. It's about 6 to 8 ounces of Swiss chard, including the stems. So just let the leaves wilt a little bit. You don't have to cook them way, way down. There, that looks really pretty. And now all 18 eggs. You want to set the eggs in the bottom of the pan. A little bit more salt. Altogether, you're going to use less than a teaspoon of salt in this frittata, and a little bit of freshly ground pepper. And you can take a rubber spatula, just pull the edge of the frittata away from the pan. So a little bit more of the egg goes down the sides. In Spain, where I learned these techniques, it was over a big wood fire in the yard of the hotel we were staying in. Oh, so delicious. That looks very, very good. Now, place your tomatoes right into the egg. These are the cooked tomatoes. You want these everywhere, so that every slice will have some tomato in it. And the feta cheese. And I'm using about 3/4 cup of feta cheese. Let that cook a little bit. Your oven is preheated to 425 degrees. And you're going to put this right in. That's going to take 15 to 20 minutes to cook. Yummy, yummy, yummy. That is a frittata. Colorful and extra tasty. Now, frittatas can be served hot, right out of the oven, warm, or at room temperature. A lot of people even like them cold. Now take a sharp knife and cut into wedges and serve. Oh, doesn't that look really good? So you can serve this for breakfast, lunch, dinner, any time of day or night. Frittata will be welcome in your kitchen.